We are now live. I don't know if you can hear me. I've got this in just to see if it works. But I thought we'd get started just a little bit before 6, because whoever comes on, we will test. We'll have a chat to whoever wants to come on. Chris Jimenez straight away. Sam Hartfixon as well. Bloody hell. So what I'm going to do? Can you hear me, Chris? Am I loud and clear? Keep grinding. Call me Undy. Can you hear me? That's the question. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. Well, guess what? Just for that reply, mate, go live, baby. I could sit. Oh, Chris,
Alan,
our Mexican reporter.
how
Where
are
are
you?
you?
I'm at home. I
Are you?
Yeah, I just got home.
Have you got a view?
Sorry. Oh,
Have you got a view at home?
yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, come on. Just everyone's got to see the view.
There we go. There's a view. No, I'm doing. Um,
Yeah, it's a good view. I'll tell you that.
Here we go. How do I flip this
What do
around?
we
There we
got?
go.
What do we got? Oh, that's terrible. Jesus Christ, Chris. See, that's why I got you on here. You are the roving reporter high in the sky.
Hashtag job keeper. Um,
Hashtag. Hey, with the next half an hour, yep, about a half an hour, tell us about JobKeeper.
oh, I don't really have much to say about it, to be honest. I've said all I needed to say. I've signed
Really?
about 1,000 petitions, so yeah.
And how do
I
you feel
mean,
it's going?
I just feel like the Australian public have been lied to because no worker left behind, but I'm pretty sure there's 3.4 million people left behind. So
Luckily, you know nothing about it, eh?
exactly, I haven't done any research. Haven't kept you up all night for no reason. So
Oh, hashtag JobKeeper, hashtag no work left behind, hashtag unemployment reaching 16%.
mm, who else is coming on?
I don't know. Well, mate, I'll get whoever wants to come on, come on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allocate a little bit of time at the start, and then I'll do something at the
Mm,
end, allocate a few at the end as well. So
no,
whoever wants to
well, I
go
can't
live
stay up and
over this
watch.
Mexican. No, no, no. I
Can't
mean,
really stay
you've
up and
got a
watch
cooked
one
dinner.
though.
You got a
I
cooked
do.
dinner, don't you?
Yeah, I just got back
What are you
from.
going to?
Liv got a car.
Oh, really? What did you get?
I got the lost. She got a high on I-30.
Does it have a leather seats?
No,
Oh,
nothing worse than fabric. Is it? You know what happens with fabric?
well, it's easy to clean when you get the old leather.
It is. It just wipes off.
Yeah, whatever you're talking about. I'm talking about sweat, but you're talking about sweat
Wet.
too. Yeah, well done. But yeah, so if people don't know, Chris is a member of the Royal Queensland, and what was the last round you shot?
72.
72. Good round, bad round.
It was okay. Just probably had 30 putts, so too many.
Uh, that's better than me.
But I just need that
Mate,
counterbalance shaft thingy that you have in your putter, but you obviously don't want to give me one, so that's okay.
I don't have one. I mean, what you can do is borrow mine if you want.
You want me to borrow your
Actually,
putter?
speaking of that,
Carry on.
Macklin has the other one with the stability shaft in it. So there you go.
Sweet.
Yep. So Macklin, where are you? Are you watching? I don't know if Jimmy's here. If Jimmy's here, I'll say, bro, sort me out. Um,
We have
well,
joining.
that's all right. It doesn't look like he's here. Old
I had a few
Jimbo,
friends.
Jimbo,
I had
Jimbo,
I
Jimbo.
had a
Of
few friends join from my end over
course,
here.
mate.
By the looks of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, mate. You know,
I don't really
people want to
know.
see you, the Mexican reporter.
But
All
you
right, mate.
made your
Well,
point.
yeah, I know, I know. What can I say, mate? I'm going to go have a chat to an old mate from the UK, see how he's doing.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'll leave
All
you
right,
to
mate.
it.
I'll see you tomorrow.
How do I get out of here? Do I just press X?
I will push X, and you can go.
All right. See ya.
See you, mate. Cancel. Right. So I did see my old mate John. and we'll go from there. Hopefully you can hear me now. Um, can you hear me now? No sounds? No sounds. Is there sound now? Is there sound now is the question. Yes, beautiful. All right. So I don't know why, but maybe I was just whoever I was talking to could hear me. But how's everybody going in regards to isolation? I know things are different. We certainly can't do everything that we want to do. Is everybody okay? How's everybody feeling? And pretty much what we're going to do is I'm going to get people on as we sort of go along. So I'll get Richo on to have a chat, and then we'll start to then we'll start to get other people on at the end and see how everybody is. But hopefully everybody is well as you can be anyway. Go live with the old Team Richo Golf. Steve, were you in your dungeon as well?
Yep. Wander around.
Wandering
There you
around.
go.
Yeah, mate, I'm all right. I'm downstairs, mate.
Yeah, so am I. There's too much noise upstairs.
Yeah, there's way too much. That's right. That's what happened last time. Hang on. I'll turn my watch off because for some reason. Now you go talk because you're probably going to sound louder now.
How you going?
Yeah, see?
Can you hear me?
Something going on. Bluetooth. So every time I'm Bluetooth, for some reason, attached to my old watch, it carries on. So anyway, it's all good.
All right.
What are you got upstairs? Oh, have a look at the crew. Everyone's too quiet, mate. Is that really the Richo household?
Apparently so.
Yeah, it is.
That's better, Betty. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. But anyway, so this is sort of the Monday show. I mean, we didn't do anything. We've been trying to catch up for a bit, but we haven't been able to. What do we got? Is that a bird?
Yeah, we rescued it from work.
Really? How come you end up with all the kids and the animals?
It was getting attacked by some crows.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. See, you're the wildlife. Steve Richardson, wildlife warrior.
We flew in the back of the station, was getting attacked by these birds, and the girl I'm working with, Julie, she saved it. And now it's back here.
There you go. Yeah, typical. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how you end up with all your kids, right? They're not actually yours. They were just giving them away.
Yep, just found them.
Just found them. Well, because it's bloody Instagram. Yeah, it's just straight up and down. Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So now I've got to hold it.
Well, you either got to hold it or you can put it. I can put it near me coffee in the computer. I can just go like that. There you go. That's how I am. All over it. So hopefully everybody is doing well. There's difficult times, but I think Queensland certainly has the easiest, or probably some of the easiest lockdown. I don't want to say laws because they're not laws, but lockdown precautions than most places around, right?
Yeah, look, I suppose we jumped in pretty quick, stopped a lot of flights, and the cases that we've had have been slower.
Yes, yeah.
We didn't have a lot of people jump off cruise ships either.
That's true. That's true. Even though we do have a cruise ship port, in Brisbane, we've been pretty lucky, right?
But there was none here at the time. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We shut the airports pretty quick. We've been doing screening at the airports for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think we've done pretty damn good, right? We've done pretty damn good.
Yep. People seem to be pretty good. The golf courses, most of them have remained open. People have been playing just, in pairs.
And I think that's a big thing too, right? So
I think most of Australia is still open in regards to golf. Victoria's definitely not, and Northern Territory's not. And old Sam Newman, if people seen that in Victoria, he went to the Parliament. Oh yeah, Nudgy. Well, Nudgy's reopening tomorrow.
Yep, it reopens tomorrow.
Yes, for members only, though, I believe. Yeah.
I think so, but I think they're talking about allowing a certain number of spots for, because they're looking at having Stableford competition every day.
Yeah,
So
okay. I was speaking to Jake yesterday, and he said Caboolture is pretty much doing a open medley Stableford every day.
Yeah. Well, I think it was to try and allow those people that are members at other clubs to still be able to play in some comps.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, but again, you got to remember there's a lot of places. I know, like nearly half of America is open, like as in golf courses are open. None of Victoria, and again, that's where old Sam Newman was talking about it. He basically says that it's probably least interaction with people than going to the shops or going anywhere. Basically, like golf. So if you're going by yourself, you're going in a cart by yourself, or you're walking by yourself. You're not touching each other. You're not swapping cards. You're not touching each other's golf balls. You're doing nothing apart from spend time in the vicinity of one another, and that's it. You go home.
I tend to agree, because when you go to a shopping centre, if you go to pick up a can of baked beans, do you know how many people have touched that can of baked beans before you've picked it up?
Well, maybe zero, but the probability of it being zero is very low, right?
10 people may have touched it.
Exactly.
I go shopping with my daughter, and if I pick something up to read the label, she goes, "We have to buy it now."
And that's pretty much what you should do. I mean, as a responsible person, that's what you should do, right? Like you should go, well, if I've touched it, even though you're 99% sure you don't have anything, you do it just for everybody else to say.
Mate, I agree with you. I've taken the boys down and had a hit down in Virginia, played nice with them. They've got their clubs, I've got my clubs. Well, no one else needs to touch them.
Exactly. And that's what I mean. That's why Victoria I don't quite get. You know, I completely agree with Sam Newman. I completely agree with the Queensland government and practically the other state governments as well, due to that exact reason of it's groups of twos only, it's still spread out, no one's touching the flags, no one's touching each other, no one's swapping scorecards. It does me head in. Hello, Jake Newbury. How are you, sir? Big Jakey boy. I might have to get Jake on to a little bit in a sec to show everybody's broken hand, the mug.
But like I said, I agree out of all those sports, like I said, because you don't need to share gear, or, you know, you can change your competitions. Your football Ambrose isn't real good. But, you know, like Stableford comps and stuff like that. And like I said, really is, I mean, you know, you have a look at you and I, right? Now, there is only a couple of times when we've done a couple of funny videos where we swap clubs, right? Obviously, when we test stuff, we both touch it. But otherwise, we would play heaps of rounds together and never touch each other's golf clubs.
Correct. And that's sort of the whole point, right? Like it's a pretty solitary game, right?
It's really only, and really the only reason why we do it is because if I got a new driver or a new set of irons, you'll go, "Oh, hey, I'll have a hit of that," so I know what they like. So when people say Richo's new irons, like, you'll say, "Mate, they're really good. I've hit them." But in this time and the way it is, mate, like I said, I take the boys down, we get out of the car, we walk past the pro shop, say, "Okay, down, go and play 9." They go, "Yep, no one on the course, beautiful, all right." I generally try and take them down when I know it's going to be quieter.
Yes, and that's fair enough too, right? But most clubs are doing really well. Like Jake, again, we'll get Jake on a little bit later, along with, I was talking to Josh Bevan this morning, who I think is watching somewhere. He was basically saying again, like, how's golf going? Like, golf is going mental, right? Like, I know Caboolture's pumping. I think Virginia's doing okay. Of course, there's a couple of days that are a little bit quiet, but as a majority, most clubs are chockers. Like when I've done the drone footage of Helensvale, which was the last vlog we just had on, it was chockers. Like that was done 2 weeks after. It was chockers.
Yep. So Virginia have been very busy on the weekends. They're looking at on their timesheet allowing very few spots for social or outside golfers.
Yes.
Because the members, because they've widened the times between tee-offs.
That's right. Instead of 8, it's like 10 or 12, isn't it?
Yeah, so they're saying on Saturday that they're struggling to get a game, and your members should get a game.
And that's the weird thing, right? So usual, I think most courses, at least when I was sort of at clubs, it was somewhere around the 8-minute intervals between groups. Right now, and that's 4. So you could make it, I suppose, 4-minute intervals, but then the whole point of that is so that you're not up each other's arse and getting the waft and whatever else. So even if you made 6-minute intervals, you could probably, well, you're not going to get everybody in, right? So you're not going to get a full field as what you would if you had four groups. A group of 4 at 8-minute intervals.
Now, I suppose what was happening was that like groups of 4 are all condensed down a bit more into the morning. So generally a lot of golf courses were 3 in the afternoon. So, for social go, they'd go, mate, anytime after 2 o'clock you'll get a hit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Generally you could, most of the club golfers have all teed off in the morning, maybe 11 o'clock at the latest. Like I said, 2, 3 o'clock in the hour, you could easily whip down 9 holes or 18 holes over summer.
And sort of smash it out. Oh, Billy McDonald says, g'day, so does Jake. Ginger Ninja, hope all is well. Mate, hope you are well also. And then Street Butt 11 says, some clubs are playing flags out altogether. And I think that's where I agree with that. And most people probably actually play better golf because, they're just going to hit to the middle of the green, right, instead of hitting it at the flag. So, and then some people are pulling the cups up as well. So, but did you see the little doobie that was actually on the on the flag itself? So it goes in and you just actually lift the thing up with your putter and it pops out. So completely hands-free. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think most clubs are doing a really good job of trying to find ways that people don't have to touch flags and don't have to touch anything or the cups themselves. Are you lagging a bit, Richo, are you?
Yeah, a little bit. No. You're a bit off.
Mate, I'm not off, mate. I'm flowing. That's a big mozzie.
People ask, would it sort of change golf? Look, I think there'll be some older people that probably haven't been going to golf because they suggest if you're over 70 you shouldn't go. I think a few of those may not come back because they'll have a break from it and go, do you know what, I could be bothered. I think overall, I think, look, golf will go all right. Hopefully it'll give a bit of a bug to a few people. I know a few people that have been out for a hit that haven't had a hit for years because there's not really much else. And, I'd like to see people just go out and enjoy it. Go out, enjoy the fact that you can get out and have a hit and, enjoy it. So
I agree. Cameron Pollard says we have pool noodles in the cups at our course at Sawtell. That's exactly right. I mean, I think that's what a lot of courses are doing. It's either that or they're pulling the cups up or that new fandangled pull the pin out. But at the end of the day, I think the clubs are doing a really good job, and I think golfers as a whole are doing a good job, and that's why I don't understand why the Victorian government doesn't do anything about it. You know what I mean? It's like that's,
I think the pool in the cup's a very good idea. I don't know about pulling it up because you smash it straight at the hole as long as it hits it, it's in. Well, as you know, a lot of those would have bounced straight out. So I think the pool noodle is very good. I've played with that, played with the boys with that, and do you know what? The ball, you just, you don't have to reach all the way and you get it. I think that's a good idea. I think it shows you that, do you know what? Some bits and pieces like that will be the future of golf. I think we'll have to get used to some certain things.
Yes.
Do you know, I still don't understand why you just don't mark your own card. And like, I have my card, you have your card. I mark my score.
Correct. And my score, and then just check them off the end. 100%. 100%. That's what I don't get. I get it, but yeah, I don't get
it. Yeah. Like, really, I've got my card. What? See, it doesn't matter so much for you, but I've got 11 or 12 handicap. I can't remember half the time what holes I've got a shot on. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, actually might hold my card because I can look at it and quickly go, I got shot this hole. All right, cool, no worries.
Yeah.
Let's not go let's make sure we get a couple of points here. But
like before you keep going, mate, old Chris Jimenez, the Mexican reporter from way up high, not a fan of the noodle. Not a fan of the noodle. So, that's fair enough. Yeah, I agree with it because it doesn't, if it's traveling at any speed with the flag in, it can easily bounce out. So it's going to be an easier chance for it to bounce out. So I understand it, but it's one of the best of a bad situation, right? Gino Tone, Brookwater has no flags but little stumps of wood in the holes. Brisbane from Aaron Kish moved to my card, which is an app. So there you go. Which I think is fair enough. Like at the end of the day, like you said, you could mark your own card and then just fill out both scores and then just cross-reference them. The end works just the same. But then that app is it's not a bad idea. I think that's where it's going to be going. I think that's where a lot of stuff's going to be going. Even this.
Technology in the future will go very much that way. At the moment, there's still a lot of older people that, you'd spend 5 minutes at the end of every hole with them trying to work out the app and how to mark it down. And really let younger generation come through that are very quick and smooth with it. You're going to have to still use cards for a while. But like I said, as long as the two scores add up, mate, I mark my score down and I shoot 90 and I mark your score and it's 80 and I say, what'd you get, mate? And you go, I got 75. I go, well, hang on a minute. I've got 80.
Yeah, or you just run over each card. I would tell you your score that I have written down for you, and then you tell me my score, and then we just go, yep, you said 5-4, 5-4, 4-4, 3-4, 5-5, 5, and you go, yep, and I go, yep, and we're done.
Yep. I agree. Like to me, it doesn't matter. It's only if you put a cut as you haven't played with anyone.
Correct.
You can't go and have a game by yourself and go, I shot 64.
Yeah, well, I mean, I shoot 64 before every time I tee off, and it just never happens. Ginger Ninja, I'm in Victoria and would kill to play golf. Wouldn't care less about noodles or no flags or anything. I just want to hit some balls and walk the fairways. Ginger Ninja, I completely agree with you. And that's what I'm saying, and that's what I think Richo and I are both saying. We're complaining at the fact that some people are complaining at the fact that they've got to deal with a pool noodle or anything. At the end of the day, we're out there playing golf, walking around, enjoying ourselves, mental health, all that sort of stuff. And you guys, and that's what I do not agree with, you guys just have to sit on your asses, no ranges, no nothing, which is a travesty and bullshit, basically.
Yep. Look, I take the boys out half the time. I don't worry about them hitting out of a bunker anyhow. I just go in, pick the ball up, sprint out, throw it outside the bunker and let them have a chip.
100%.
We're just playing for fun.
You're just still out there playing golf. Like, that's the thing. Like, we're lucky that we get to do it. And that's why I don't understand the Australian government or anybody, Victoria. But for some reason, Victoria's been a bit crazy on the And again, not laws, but certainly with the fines and stuff like that, with people being in public spaces, they've certainly been the forefront of that, and they're at the forefront of a complete lockdown and no golf and all that stuff, which I don't know, because the amount of cases are still about where they were, right? I mean, they're definitely going down, but it's still about the same, even if they have that more dramatic, fines and everything like that. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think they had a few deaths very early on, and so they sort of went all
They
in.
went, yeah.
But
People
you
are
only
going to
have to have a look.
die. I don't want to say it, and I don't want to sound, but people are going to die, and that is the issue. People are going to die. So it sucks. You don't want anybody to, but there's going to be some that are.
I think one of the problems was when the Prime Minister first came out and said they were shutting down places that had a liquor license and stuff. And it was the way you read it. I read it like the PGA Australia read it. And that was that you had to close your club house, but you could keep the golf course open. But Golf Australia read it that you shut the whole lot. So people read it a little bit different.
I get you. Yeah.
That was
I get that.
the bit. And then, of course, you end up with two different organisations saying two different things. Because the PGA
you end up with a lot of differences, right? So you had the Australian government say a certain thing, then you had Queensland, then you had state governments interpret it their way, and then you had clubs inside that sort it out themselves, and then from that, Golf Australia come out and said something, which then the PGA ran with. As a PGA member, I'm pretty much disgusted that the PGA didn't think about their members enough. They basically go, yep, whatever Golf Australia says.
Well, if you have a look at some of the clubs, you're confused. Or open and shut 3 times in 1 week. Because Virginia was open, shut, it closed, open the next day.
That's right. They were open, shut, open, shut. I know there's a couple of places that were open, shut. So
because they didn't know what was going on. But
well, that's right.
Yeah,
I've got my little moth friends in here, mate.
It'll
you
be
want to check out my moth friends? Mate, have a look at me old moth, mate. But we've got some here. What do we got there? Yeah, Ginger Ninja. I couldn't agree more. Getting out and playing would be better than nothing. David Leigh, exactly the same. Chris Jimenez. Thoughts on the JobKeeper, Richo?
Sorry?
What's your thoughts on the JobKeeper?
The JobKeeper.
Yeah, see, Richo has no idea, Chris, so don't worry about it. And then Gino Tone says Sam Newman's stunt could have doomed us all. What are your thoughts on that? Because that's interesting. Certainly made it aware that people are playing golf elsewhere. But I don't know about doomed, especially when the amount of cases are still going down, even though golf exists.
Yep. Oh.
Interesting, right? Interesting.
Yep.
But we've got Martin the golfer here, ongoing stir crazy in the UK. You only have to mention that you would love a game of golf, and people are on your back like you've committed a sin. And I think that's the issue, is that non-golfers don't quite get it. As I haven't been to the gym for a month, and that sucks as well. I've got to deal with that as, I'm not really playing any golf either. Helensvale was the last time we played golf. And so that sucks also. You know what I mean? We're all in a similar boat, and it's disappointing that people, like you said, Richo, who don't know what it's like to play golf or don't care about golf, it's like saying, Vic Park, get rid of it, why don't play golf? I just think it's sort of funny how people are just willing to jump on backs like Martin said, just literally jump on your back because you want to play golf. And at the end of the day, like I said, it's one of the most isolated sports out. You're not near the person, you don't swap cards, all that sort of stuff, groups of two. So yeah. You agree?
Too busy modelling underwear.
Yeah, have a look at you. The old Street Bat 11. Richo's too busy knowing the underwear to know about the JobKeeper. You got to remember that Richo is the new page, right?
What's job? Oh,
What is, what is JobKeeper? Hashtag JobKeeper. Just type it in, mate. Just type it in. Bring awareness.
oh,
So JobKeeper in Australia, and I don't know what other countries have done, but JobKeeper is basically keeping the people, certain people in work. See, look at it. Chris Jimenez doesn't like that. Richard doesn't know.
So, Street Bat, if you're watching, I am looking for a female to do some underwear modelling as well. So if you'd like to give us a yell, I'm sure Maddie will come out and take the photos for us.
Mate, we're just going to need somebody. Just get somebody out there. Mate, I'm sure if you contact Paige, I'm sure she'll get in there 2 unders for sure.
Mate, I'm thinking about just posting nothing but photos of me in my undies with the tag, need a clothes sponsor. I'm going to keep doing this until somebody gives me a quote.
Until somebody gives you a sponsor. Oh.
Yep. Until someone covers this up.
What do we got? Golfing in Australia, sorry. Golf Live Australia. G'day, mate. How are you? Here we go. Haha, doomed was an exaggeration. Sam Newman is a polarizing character and easily draws a lot of negative attention. He does because he's a bit of a flog, but I completely agree with what he's saying because we are in that situation, right? So we have the ability to play and the Victorians don't. So from the outside looking in, they see what we are doing, right?
It is. If it had been someone else that did that, it wouldn't have got this. Not necessarily.
I know what you're saying.
They wouldn't have had to go at him. Do you know what I mean? So if it was a more, had to be Jeff Ogilvy or someone that was seen as more, how would you say, not a bit of a clown.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to have a go at Sam Newman, but do you know what I mean? Like, how would you say? You don't have that.
But like again,
you still have those people that see Sam Newman. Yeah. I don't give a shit what he says. He's a bullfed. But
yeah,
like it comes from someone else, and then suddenly they're going, "Well, yeah, all right, you've got a good point." That's where you know what it's like.
Oh, look, completely.
Comedian.
It's almost like every time I say something compared to every time you say something, right?
Someone reliable, yeah. Like
so someone more likable, yeah. So Golf Live Australia says when the borders are open, watch every golfer move to Queensland. You're probably not wrong, mate, because it's Queensland. Everybody wants to live here.
I keep telling people it's the greatest place in the world.
Yeah.
But don't all come here, please.
Yeah, don't all come here. Don't all come here. Yeah. Oh, look, I don't know. It's difficult, right? But at the end of the day, it's what we're living in. This is what we're living in right now. Right?
Number one service in the world.
But number one service, what?
Number one ambulance service in the world.
How do you get the number? What is that response time?
Oh no, it wouldn't be response time. No, it's
Oh, they gotcha.
In this sort of time, you're always going to get some stuff, aren't you? Like you said, I go, oh, let's play golf. And they go, no, you shouldn't be. Oh, you shouldn't go here, or you shouldn't do this, or like as long as you're within the rules of what's been set down.
That's yours, Richard. That's yours.
Hey, we're going to do that duet.
Yeah, was it?
That is what we are.
What do you reckon you'd sing? What's the first thing you'd sing? I think we'd sing a bit of U2. A bit of yeah, 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 yeah. That's what I reckon.
Don't know. I'll have to pick a song.
Yeah, we'll have to pick a song. Yeah.
Bit of Foo Fighters.
Bit of You're the Pretender.
I was thinking days like these.
Days like these, you learn to live again. Yep, I agree. So there you go. There's stuff for the podcast whenever we get within 1.5 meters of each other.
Are there any new clubs being released?
What's
now,
that, sorry?
My understanding that is that a few of the factories are sort of running on skeleton staff, so I can't see that there'll be anything immediately at the moment. And I suppose clubs find it hard to release anything at the moment because, well, they can't really get people to test it and put it out there. There's, you bring out a new driver and go, let's put it in our players' hands. Well, there's no tournaments on. So, if I was sitting on a new driver, I'd probably sit on for a little while, at least until some of the tours start to come back up. Because, like I said, otherwise you can advertise on TV and bits and pieces, but it's not the same as putting it into people's hands. And
yeah, I mean, I certainly know Titleist is coming out with new woods at the end of the year. I know Strixon's doing the same with wedges. Yep. At least wedges and driver as well, fairway wood, I believe. So, so there's a few things to come, but definitely not now.
Yeah, I'd certainly hold off a bit, I think, at the moment. There's still plenty of good stuff kicking around. So, but
of course.
Because like you said, half the world's playing golf and half the world isn't. So,
yep, exactly.
So I think that, I'd certainly hold off for a little while.
I do agree. Anybody else there talking? David Leigh did say thanks to all the health workers throughout the world. So that's exactly right. Like, at the end of the day, the front line, and it's the front line. But I don't know when we're going to get out and do anything. We've been trying to do some stuff, just sort of hasn't worked out just because of sort of how busy a lot of places are. And then just our sort of schedule's not sort of meeting up. So I do need to do something about the Trident stuff. So a little bit of a review on the Trident tool. So, and there has been a few people ask about the Trident little putter doobie as well. So it's pretty interesting, right?
So one of the questions there was the British Open, canned, yes or no? Unfortunately, I just don't think they could do anything else. Like, awfully hard to run such a big tournament like that and potentially only have a very small amount of people come to it.
Yeah, but the Masters are on the end of the year. The PGA and the US Open as well. They're all happening at the end of the year by the sounds of it. If all things.
I don't know exactly how the weather. Understanding is the end of the year would be English winter.
Yeah, correct.
So they've probably looked at it and gone, we may not be able to play it depending on what the weather's like. But look, I'm happy if they want to ship the trophy over. And what else I'll play? What do you reckon?
You what, sorry?
Look, ship the Open trophy over here, and you and I will just play for it. What do you reckon?
Well, I mean, I reckon I'd let you.
One of us will get our number.
I'd be more than happy to have Steve Richardson stand up there in his 2-unders, just giving it that above his head, just going, come on.
Might be the first draw in Open history.
Well, you never know. Right? But there's got to be a winner, right? There's got to be a winner.
Oh, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, there is.
Just keep going. Eventually they'll go,
They did it a pretty long time up at the Australian PGA, didn't they? It was like Nick O'Hearn and Peter Lonard was the they drew for the PGA Championship.
They ran it.
So that almost doesn't happen up at High Coolum.
Yeah. Didn't they start to run out of light? Got too dark and they just went, oh well.
Yep, they did run out. Street Bet 11 says, where will your first game be when you can do a review? We're literally, basically this week we were trying to sort out a solo vlog with Richo and it sort of didn't happen. So, because courses are pretty busy. So even though yeah, even though we're in a shutdown, the courses are still pretty busy. But I reckon we'll get something done next week. If it's just me, who knows? But I'll try to get Richo out. Richo's got to do it solo by himself. The Han solo vlog.
Yep. I would say when we're able to travel, Tassie,
Correct.
Ratho Farm, I'm very keen to go down to there.
Yeah.
You know what? When we can get out and about, there's plenty of courses around here. Obviously, there's a few down in New South Wales, but we can't really get to anywhere.
Well, we could travel up to Bundy and that. You know, we could do Coral Cove still.
Yeah, we can go. Yeah, in-state, can't go interstate. Isn't it funny? Like you said, we could drive up to
5, 6 hours.
right? I can't drive down to Coolangatta, which is what, 2 minutes over the border?
Yep.
Because it's only just over the border. I have to quarantine for 14 days. Jeez.
Yep.
I've been that way, snagged in and out of New South Wales and Queensland.
Well, just imaginary lines, mate. Imaginary lines, you see? Imaginary lines. But yeah, no, so I think because we will try to get to Tassie, we were sort of almost just heading there as it all sort of happened. But yeah, we probably should try to get up to Coral Cove or something, but it sounds looking really, really good. I know Paul Rogers has been posting some stuff up there. Nick Rogers' father, who Nick done his traineeship at Mount Warren Park before Tanner did, and it says it just looks mint. So that would be the place to go. Coral Cove, smash out a couple of vlogs up there. That Bagara. So yeah, that'd be good. Is that Merlot? You sponsored by Merlot?
I got
O'Hearn. Nick O'Hearn.
I've got them all going. No, Merlot.
Jesus, it looks like it's just backwards. O'Hearn backwards. Oh, well, I'm probably going to have to get going in a second because the bloody family's cooking dinner. What's the time? 6:30.
What about Monday? We go
Monday
straight
coming.
up to
Monday.
Yep. We'll go straight to Sandy Gallop. I'll give
Monday
Matty
sounds good.
What do you reckon? Give Matty a yell?
Yeah, give me a yell, and then we'll try to figure out Ashgrove as well. But at the end of the day, if we can just do something for you, just a solo vlog for you, and I think something like an Ashgrove, Sandy Gallop, like a Wally Park, like all that sort of thing. So there's slightly shorter courses that you can sort of score well on. It'd be interesting to see.
If is pretty good. What did I say? Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays, or something. Yeah.
What for?
Tuesdays.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah. Yep.
But
It was good today.
Yeah, I'll street bat.
Yep. Hey.
But yeah, we'll get out. We'll get out and do it. We'll smash it out.
Gallop.
Well, there's only going to be one camera, right? Because we don't want to get infected. Because we're not allowed to swap.
Yeah, so you can as long as you wash your hands.
What? We every time?
Hey?
Every single time.
It's all right. As long as you wash your hands, all right.
Yeah, wash your hands, wash the camera, wash your hands, and that's it.
The one-handed bandit. Yep, that's
it.
it.
One-handed bandit. One-handed bandit.
Mate, old street back, good putter. And does putt one-handed.
One of the best. Hey, Chris.
You'd like it. You'd like it.
Mate, I have never washed my hands so much ever coming from the Mexican Reporter. Overlooking Albert Park. Albion Park, sorry. You can see the dog.
Mate, that's because he doesn't do any. Right?
Well, that's true.
Mate,
that's definitely true.
He'd have to wash them, but really.
Mate, I wash them all the time. I just never do any work. But they certainly are getting dry.
Yep, come around.
Mate, these mobs are terrible.
Might have to.
Not allowed two people, but it's got to be essential.
Hey,
Download Plunge. Hey, there already is Plunge, mate. I've got 2 plunges going on here for you, Chris. Townsville race 1, and you also got Horsham. Oh, get on that one. Yeah, old Horsham race 9 in the dogs. Get on that.
I haven't downloaded the sports app yet.
Don't do it, mate. Because the tab is closed, mate.
No. I've just been taking all the kids' money, playing 2 up.
Yeah. Good job. All right. I'm going to go. So I'm going to go. Go on.
Isn't that homeschool?
What, homeschool?
That's what
Taking the money.
I took him to golf and taught him how to play 2 up.
That's
Is
life
that what
lessons.
we do at homeschool?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that'll do.
You are Captain Fantastic.
Oh, yep.
Yep, you are. All right, I'm going to go, and I'm going to talk to a couple of other people in the...
Short if we keep on.
Exactly. Get out of your bus in the nude, in your 2 unders. I'm going to go. I'm going to talk to a couple of people in the comments below, and we'll go from there. All right.
Beautiful. Good. I'll give Matty a yell.
Yep. Give Matty a yell.
Beautiful.
Cool, man.
You too.
All right, Richard.
You too, Dave.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Dave,
See ya.
Do you want to come on, Dave? I'll have a quick chat to you, Dave, if you wish.
Hang on. Can I just say one thing?
Go for
Happy
it.
wedding anniversary to David Leigh. 47 years.
Isn't
Well
that
done, mate.
crazy?
Congratulations. Congratulations, mate. What a very lucky lady.
100%. 100%.
Or you're a very lucky man. I'm not too sure. Whichever way. But well done. 47 years. That's a good effort. Well done, mate.
Pretty solid effort.
Enjoy yourself.
That's your age, isn't it?
Oh, a little bit younger. 37.
Yeah, just. You got me covered.
I've had a hard life.
Mate, so have I. Jesus Christ. Everyone's saying, how old am I?
All
41.
right.
People reckon I'm 41, so anyway, that's all good. That's all good. Yeah. All right. No worries, Richard.
David, like, all right.
See, I don't think I can do. Yeah, yeah, perfect. I'll get Dave on just quickly.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Richo. See you, mate.
See ya.
All right, so I think I just kicked Richo off at the wrong time. But Dave, here we go. Dave. Go live with Big Dave Leigh. Hopefully you're traveling well, mate. Big Dave.
Hiya.
How are you, mate?
I'm really well, thanks. Really well. Just, usual confines of the house, but got the chipping out the garden, so that keeps me going, and a bit of watercolour painting, but watching you guys just keeps us going. So it's great stuff, and it's really nice to speak to you after all this time and get some contact again. So nice to see Richard.
Absolutely. So you've cooked dinner, mate, for your anniversary?
Not yet. No. I think I'm going to be. I'm having an easy night tonight with that. She's already got that done. So normally I do the cooking, as you know, sometimes, but not tonight. So that's a nice one. But I did. I think I told you I did manage to get a card yesterday.
Good stuff.
Because our shops are literally 70 yards away, so it's not too bad. But yeah, so I managed to get one just in time. I've only ever forgotten once. So.
Geez, kid, tell us the story. What happened?
Not a lot, apart from the fact that I never forgot a game. Let's put it that way. I always tend to buy about a month ahead now, but this time I didn't for some reason. But yeah, I've only ever made that mistake once. So to anybody,
so you're smart, mate. You only stuff up once. You learn from your mistakes.
Well, I try to. Yeah, I mean, 47 years. I mean. You think I would do by now, but I still make a few. But yeah, we go back a long way because we knew each other 5 years before that as well. So we met when we were at school. So it goes back a long way. So
Awesome,
yeah,
mate.
so it's nice. I mean, the biggest thing for us at the moment is it's not seeing the grandkids. But they made sure they got contact with us for Easter with the Easter eggs and everything else. So we literally just left the stuff at the door. They picked it up, dropped their stuff off. As I said to my wife, in some respects, it makes you feel a bit like the West Germans and the East Germans when they put the wall up.
For sure.
You wonder how they felt with that when they could see their families. I mean, we're doing it, to try and keep ourselves safe, but it is so frustrating. I mean, I keep getting videos sent through from the greenkeepers at our golf course. It looks beautiful. I mean, it looks fantastic. And the trouble is, we've got a footpath through the middle. So you could physically go down and walk across it, and they couldn't stop you.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I mean, I know down in Victoria, I've seen a couple of people, of course, Victoria's not playing golf. There's a few, like you said, walking paths on some golf courses in Victoria, and people get to walk through there, but you're not allowed to play golf.
No, and that's the frustrating part at the moment. I mean, I understand why they're doing it, because we've had a massive death rate over here, as you know. One of the highest, although I see yesterday it dropped to 6 for the day, and that's 6 too many.
Look, anybody dying, mate, it's not good, but from any flu or any infection or any virus that is new, you're going to get people fall off the perch. So it sucks, but it's...
Well, I have to be very careful because my wife suffers from COPD, which is a viral chest and heart complaint. So that puts her right up the top of the list to get it. But it's helped us in another respect because it puts us right up the top on the deliveries for food, which has been good. So at least we're getting food through, which is great. And as I say, for us as pensioners, I mean, somebody said to me the other day about it, what's it like? I said, well, it's not a lot different to normal. We spend a lot of time at home, but the biggest frustration is that ability to say, I'm just going to nip down the shops and get whatever, or I'm just going to pop over here. And that's the bit you miss. It's the freedom. It's
correct. It's that split-second freedom, thought in your head to then go do it.
You've got it.
Yeah, correct.
And I mean, it must be the same throughout the world. I mean, I'm watching people on Instagram in Paris, exactly the same thing. And I mean, they're in 30-foot square apartments, and you're thinking, I'd be climbing the wall by now. At least I've got a house and 2 floors, and but it is frustrating. I mean, for people with children who've been kept off, I don't know how they're doing it. I really don't, because it's bad enough 2 people living together, but with the kids on top as well, it just adds to the pressure and work. I mean, that's the other thing. I wish it would clear up so that people could get back to work, because life's never going to be the same again. It will change.
Mate, that's the issue, right? So with all this going on, there's going to be freedoms taken off us anyway afterwards. But even still, the economy is going to be up the creek.
Well, I think that's the thing. I mean, and I sat thinking about it the other night when I went down on my own, and I thought, well, if you look at the generations before us, I mean, my father, my grandfather, they all fought in a world war, and their lives changed overnight. They had 4 or 5 years of a world war, and then everything that followed it after was how the world changed and what have you. We were lucky because, I mean, I was a product. I was born in 1952, so that was the year rationing stopped. And I've never had to go through that experience. I've never had national service. I've never had to be called up to fight a war of any shape or form. We've had smaller wars. To me, this is our equivalent now to what they went through.
Of course.
Because we had the Blitz, we're now being locked down, we're getting casualties, not to the same levels, but we're having to cope with it. And at the moment, there's a lot of people who are struggling with it. And those guys really, I mean, you've got Anzac Day coming up at the end of the week.
Of course.
Those people gave their lives so that we could do what we want and go where we want. And suddenly we can't do it. And it's a very bitter pill to swallow for a lot of people. And they're resisting.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's where it becomes really hard, is that, people are already climbing up the walls, but it's the flow on. So it's the economy, it's the mental health issues that are going to, more are going to arise, or those that have it are going to carry on even more. You're going to have domestic violence, you're going to have pregnancies, you're going to have a whole lot of stuff in the coming
house
year.
prices, the whole structure's going to change. I mean, I actually think we'll become almost a moneyless society. Everything will be done by card again now because we're so used to doing it now.
Of course. Yep.
Deliveries, everything's being delivered. You know, Amazon or whatever. Everyone's delivering something to somewhere at the moment. Where are these small shopkeepers? The ones that we need. I mean, there's enough disappeared already.
That's right.
But it's you know, I really feel for these people that they're going to get into a position where they're going to go. Well, they don't know what they're going back to. So
Exactly right. That's the issue. It is the unknown. But what I can see, Dave, is us going down to McDonald's to get our takeaway, to get our chips, and we're also going to go there to buy our eggs and our milk.
I think so. Well, yeah, it's going to be right. I think you could be right. Yeah.
They're already doing it over here, mate. It's scary.
Well, I must admit, my local newsagent that I used to go to, I mean, I went over the other day and there he is. He's got his pile of toilet rolls and kitchen rolls, and you're thinking, well, you never used to sell these, but it's because there's nothing in the supermarkets. I mean, and again, that shows up probably a weakness in people when you see a pallet of 52 toilet rolls come in and one person buys 32 in one hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the staff don't stop them because they don't want violence.
They don't want that confrontation. Yeah, 100%.
And that's terrible, in my opinion. I mean, it shouldn't be that way.
I totally agree, mate. At the end of the day, I'm more important than you. And that's all people think about, is that I'm more important than you. What the hell are you going to do with 30-odd bags of date roll? Seriously. What are you going to do?
I know. Well, you're going to keep it, for one thing.
Exactly.
I just don't get it. I just don't understand that mentality at all. Spread it out. It's not peculiar to the UK. It's you know, it's happening in Germany and Australia and wherever it is. First thing they go for, toilet rolls. Second thing will be tin goods. You know. And
well, I don't know. It's funny, mate, because it really seems like that it's more perishable items. It's your milk, your bread, your eggs and whatever else. They seem to be the first things going.
Yeah.
That and toilet paper. It's like, what? You would think cans, you would think preserves, you would think all that sort of stuff would be going first. Smart people would do that. But you can tell
that our fresh foods have come through quite good. I mean, we've been able to get a fair bit. I've made a lot of our vegetables, as they've just started to go on the turn, I've made a lot of soups. So you can freeze them. You can freeze them. You're still getting all your greens. You're still getting your broccolis, your spinach, carrots, parsnips, you name it. And it's amazing what you can do with them. And it gives you something to do as well. And bread's the same.
Mate, 100%. But you got to remember that there's a lot of people in generations after me, Gen Ys and whatever else, who don't understand preserves. They don't understand jams. They don't understand making soups to freeze and all that stuff. It's like phones. Here we go. Here's the new one. Here's the next one. We can chuck away those headphones because they don't work. We'll get new ones. So just chuck them away. So
yeah, no, it's a terrible way to be. Well, and golf has gone the same way.
Mate, 100%. Well, mate, it looks like I'm getting the old roundup here. I've got 20 seconds left, mate.
I'm going to let you go. It's been fantastic to speak to you as well. So.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Thanks, Richo. Thanks, everybody, for talking. We'll see you next time. I've got 10 seconds left. Lovely to see you, Dave.
Good on you.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again next time. Thank you. Bye.